So, you remember Poppy, right? She's being sued. Hello everyone, my name is Jean-Luc and welcome back to another video. So, Mars Argo has filed a lawsuit against Mariah Pereira, aka Poppy, and Corey Mixter, who is Titanic Sinclair, for copyright infringement and harassment. A little bit of backstory for those who don't know who Mars Argo is. Mars Argo, real name Brittany Sheets, is an actress and musician who worked alongside Titanic Sinclair on the channel GroceryBag.tv. They made videos and music together, one of their more popular series being Computer Show, where they'd make weird shorts, very similar to the content Poppy is producing now. Looking at the channel, most of the videos have been taken down with only 3 still remaining. However, looking them up, you can still find them. Now, both had been in a terrible relationship at the time, lasting up to 5 years from 2009 to 2014, with Sheets claiming Mixter was both violent and abusive, both in and out of the relationship. Some examples provided in the lawsuit are, he would break into her home and wait for her, even hitting her on arrival. He took her laptop and started messing about on her Facebook by deleting contacts, and on one occasion when he broke in, he actually smashed all of her wine glasses. I think we've got another Logan Paul on our hands. Now, around the time of the breakup, Mixter was already working with musician and artist Mariah Pereira, who would later go on to become That Poppy of November of that year. In the lawsuit, Sheets points out the similarities between Poppy's overall appearance as well as the style of videos being made, stating, "She stole my identity." Right, so we know that Mariah bleached her hair from brunette to blonde, as well as speaks in a high, soft-spoken voice, like that of Mars Argo. The lawsuit also provides a few side-by-side images comparing the two. We can see the clothes she wears is very similar. In one picture, she's actually wearing one of Mars's coats, so that's a little bit weird. As for the style of the videos, I thought that would mostly be Titanic's doing. He is the director of all of Poppy's videos, and looking at some of his other work, it is all very much in the same vein. I mean, going back to a video I made a while ago called Titanic Sinclair's Other Projects, if you watch that you can see just how similar some of the work is in comparison to both Poppy and Mars Argo. Now, Poppy responded to this the other day on Twitter by releasing her statement, which reads as follows. "I have never spoken publicly before as Poppy, but I am doing so now because I feel it is important to address these false accusations. My creative collaborator Corey Mixter and I were surprised to learn on TMZ that Brittany Sheets, who performs under the name Mars Argo, filed a lawsuit against us. Miss Sheets and her attorneys did not contact us before filing the lawsuit to discuss her accusations of copyright infringement and domestic violence, all of which are false. It would appear Miss Sheets was intent on building a publicity campaign around her filing of a complaint and was not interested in our lawyers first having a serious discussion about the merits of her claims. It has been very painful to read the lawsuit Miss Sheets filed, and to see the word abuser and my own name in the same sentence. Something very few people know is that one of the reasons I work the way I work, and why I have made such efforts to conceal my identity, is because I have my own history as a survivor of abuse. This legally documented trauma from my past is something I never wanted to make public, because I did not want to reveal it. Miss Sheets' publicity campaign has made that impossible. I have known Miss Sheets for years, and she is well aware of my anguish I went through. In an attempt to manipulate me psychologically, Miss Sheets is now collaborating and maintaining an ongoing relationship with the exact man who took advantage of me when I was young and vulnerable, while at the same time naming me in the lawsuit with allegations of domestic abuse. It is shameful that Miss Sheets would try and exploit another female artist in this way, for personal gain, out of nothing more than bitterness and a desperate grab for fame. Miss Sheets' claims of stalking, harassment and abuse directed at Mr. Mixter are preposterous projections of her own actions. My creative partner is blameless, and I am confident this case will be dismissed. I look forward to the coming days where I can speak in greater detail about my personal journey, one that Miss Sheets is well aware of. We appreciate the fans who stood by us. This is no matter that will be handled swiftly. We will carry on with our plans to release our art and will not let this frivolous lawsuit distract us. The truth will set you free. Poppy." Alongside that, she also provided evidence of the hearing and restraining order, but both were dismissed due to lack of evidence. Right, so where do I stand on this whole situation? Well, I think Sheets has every right to sue. I mean, some of the stuff regarding Mixter was just straight up awful, and what Poppy says about him just isn't true. There are literal photographs of some of the incidents taking place. I actually know people in this community that he's personally attacked. Look at Repzilla for example. Like him or not, you can't deny that he was not harassed. Mixter literally stalked the guy, made fun of him and his car accident, and then threatened to dox him because he didn't like a YouTube video. Just let that sink in. He threatened to release this guy's personal information as well as address over a YouTube video. I also don't believe the part in Poppy's statement where they say they never stalked her. Going back to the lawsuit, in April 2014, Miss Sheets began studying Japanese language at the Fuji School in downtown LA. Later in 2015, Miss Sheets stopped attending when Mr. Mixter and Miss Pereira became students there as well. Now, that's not coincidence. There's definitely some weird stalkery shit going on there. As for the abuse thing, I do feel bad for Poppy. I've seen a lot of people saying that she's probably just made it up for attention, but I'd have to disagree. That isn't the sort of thing you lie about, and the papers, although dismissed, do kind of back that up. I think as for her bringing it up now, it does feel quite manipulative. She's essentially trying to take the attention away from the matter at hand by looking for sympathy at a time where things aren't exactly looking too great. As for my thoughts on Corey, he's just a bit of a cunt, isn't he? I mean, stalking and breaking into his ex's home, smashing up stuff, as well as hitting her. Nah, mate. I actually came up with a theory the other day that the only reason he created Poppy was to spite his ex. Because let's be honest, that's the exact sort of petty, sad thing he would do. Now, I've linked a copy of the lawsuit as well as everything else mentioned in this video down in the description below so you can make up your own mind. I've also linked a few other people's videos in the description that I recommend you check out to find out a bit more on the matter. Personally, right now, I'm with Brittany. I feel there's enough evidence provided in the lawsuit that lines up with what she's saying. I'm not quite sure where I stand with Poppy because Poppy was created by Mixter, and I've always seen it as more Poppy is Titanic Sinclair's puppet. So I'm really not sure where I stand on all that because I feel most of the creative choices did come from Sinclair, but I could be completely wrong. But knowing the sort of person Mixter is, I 100% believe what Brittany's saying. From what I know, it does sound like something he would do. He has also yet to respond to the situation, so it'll be very interesting to see what his side of the story is. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, ring that bell, comment about your thoughts on the lawsuit, which side are you on. I'll be going through all the comments and replying to them all. And yeah, I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye.